There you go, that's a better connection. And we'll do the same thing across here and across here and across the base here and across the base here. And then finally what I'll do is I will join that side to that side and that side to that side, and then we'll have the cell created. And then from there what I'll do is I will mount this on here and then pull essentially the positive to the positive, the negative from down here up to the negative down here, and then make sure that we get the right two other connections on this point as well. So that will be the next step that I will attempt. But actually, let me just put some solder on these so that they're ready to accept the cables. So it's easy for me to tin these up. So. Yeah, so that's now got some solder on it. Same with that one. Same with that one. So these are now ready to accept the leads going to be fed to them. Yeah, let me finish off dealing with that, and then I'll show you the setup at the end. The tricky part, which is actually now sort of connecting some of these together. So a bit of a Heath Robinson way of doing this, but I think it should work out. So I've basically created an area in the cable there where I have melted essentially the plastic away and tinned it with some solder already. So let me just stick some solder on this one. Idea here is to make the connection here a good one, and then make the connection here a good one as well. Seems to have been held. So now that is connected effectively, so we've got the negative coming out here, positive coming up to here, feeding into this side of the cell, and I'll do the same thing here as well. And I think that probably it wasn't a good enough joint. Okay, yep, so there you go. I need to make that joint a lot better. Needs much more solder on it, so let me put a good amount of solder on the end of that one. See if I can't make these two join. Okay, so those are my connection points. So the ideal thing here is just to place that one on here, use some double-sided sticky tape. That's what I'm going to put on it in a second. Right, giving you a bit of a closer look at it now, and we're going to tin up the negative side of the connection. Oh, and my light's just gone out. Oh dear. Right, so let's tin these two up. So this is the negative connection point. Fair amount of space on that one, so let's just shut you down a little bit, offer you up. That's the negative end connected. Again, tin the positive. That's the positive part of the circuit done. And then now what we have is the 4.2 goes over to here. So just need to cut you down. Again, strip off some of the lead. No, it isn't. I wasn't done at all well. Okay, so in theory, what I shall have here coming out of these two connectors is 12 odd volts, if it is all being correctly made. Who knows? Let's pull these apart now. I'm going to get some tape out because I want to make sure that I can isolate these if I have to. Because these are now live cables and I really don't want to short circuit anything. So let's take this one off. Okay, let me grab my multimeter again and let's see what we have coming of the battery. So yeah, so we're getting around about 11.2 volts. So because of course these are not fully charged. Circuits on out. So let me attach this straight off. So there's a positive and negative on these. So that's the negative out. My negative out. Okay, let's tidy up this little workbench a little bit first, because there's some bits and pieces. Right, so I want to see how much current this is going to draw. So it's drawing 4 amps at the moment. I may want to shine that down a little bit. So that's charging the batteries up as we speak at the moment. So we just go back over to the current, the voltage. Let's go up to 200 volts. We shouldn't be anywhere near that, but should see what the output voltage is on this. That's 12.2. And the thing is that that's the circuit then charging itself up. So when the blue light basically shows it's charging, the red light shows that it's on, the green light over there shows that there's actually a charge going into the or coming out from the transformer, and then the green light, well, the blue light should go off and the green light should come on when it's fully charged. So that's my expectation, and with a result of the charging circuit having reached the voltage level that I want it to, I then want it to obviously run the Right, so this is the project now at its final stages. Got a little box for it to secure it, so got a couple of screws holding the main power supply there, and also just holding it in place. I'm going to hot glue that one down, and then I put a cable tie across this one to hold the battery in place. But as you can see, the battery is now essentially fully charged. I've got a BT home hub here. This is the ultra fast, I think 6th generation, maybe it's a newer one. Let me just turn it on, and so you can see that the hub is coming up. The little light to show that obviously it's come off charge has gone away, so obviously it's now pulling power from the battery probably, as well as the power supply. And what we'll see now is that the actual device will go through its boot up process. It's a little bit slow, this bit, but eventually you'll see it will boot up, and then we'll see the actual hub show up on the screen below. Unfortunately, it's gone off. So it's just trying to find the network at the moment. So of course the router is just trying to make a connection to BT services, but obviously there are no BT services at this moment, so it's not going to be able to do that, and eventually it'll time out and will complain with a flashing LED to show that it's actually not working properly to the network anyway, but it should draw power. Right, I'm going to probably accelerate this. Right, now you can see that it's unhappy about the network, but if we look here, you can see there's the hub 6 showing up. Now what I'll do is I'll pull away, and there's the plug to power it. So as I pull the plug off, you'll notice that it's now on battery. It's quite happily running the device, and you can see there it is on the system, quite nicely showing up. So that concludes the project. What I will be doing is I'll be making a new cable for my own router, so I'm not using a BT home hub, I'm using another provider's, so I need to make up another connection cable onto this, but that should be a quick thing for me to actually work on. And let me just plug the power back in again, just to prove that when we actually get power back, things carry on and there's no problem with the actual device itself.